Yo, it's your boy Kara Valentine, and I kind of wanted to be angry making this video, but I'm more concerned and a little disappointed, maybe more than a little disappointed, with what WWE Raw Netflix, the first ever episode was, or what it ended up being. Because let me try and find the screen right here. There we go. This is how it started. I mean, okay, before I will touch on many of the negative aspects of the show because they messed up kayfabe. What happened with The Rock was an absolute travesty. There's just so much wrong with the WWE right now, and I feel like tonight highlighted even scarier things that are wrong that shouldn't be wrong, with especially Triple H in charge. But I guess things are not working out the way I thought they would. Okay, so the positives. I took a couple of notes here. The new facial hair of Kofi Kingston. It's funny. I thought it was different. It was nice. Kind of noticed that small detail. The production quality, the ring, the arena, the ring mats, all the sponsorships. We can go away with, but I'm gonna try to stay positive before I get into the negatives. But yeah, the moving pictures as they were talking about next week's Raw, like when you had I don't know Ludwig Kaiser walking up, the old school match screens. I really like those. That's really cool. And I hope in WWE 2K26 we can get those back, anyhow, in the game itself. It's just really good presentation overall, I think. Maybe sometimes too clean, but hey, I liked it personally, at least for this week. Roman and Solo was a pretty straight up match, but at least we had the Roman and The Rock moment. I mean, that in itself, isolated, it's a nice moment, but we got to talk about a hell of a lot in that match alone, and we'll get to it. Punk versus Rollins was a decent match. I don't know about the ending though, and maybe the matches. I don't know. It was definitely a nice match. It was definitely a good match. Hulk Hogan, him getting absolutely booed out of the building because people realize how much of a liar he is, how much of a racist he is, and especially with his political affiliation, right, over the past couple of months. He just made himself look like a parody, whether you agree with this politics or not. Man, he just made himself look like a, yeah, parody. Anyways, him getting booed, I don't hate that. I think that's pretty funny. I think this was like the realest thing in the entire episode as well. So, right, we had a lot of famous people. That's another positive note I took. Macaulay Culkin, the Home Alone guy, he just had the riz, he had the charisma. Man, he was so good. The pop he got, it was one of the biggest moments of the night. I do hope Triple H sees this and the creative team and they give him a segment, a small storyline. Yeah, lovely, like it'd be lovely. With Seth Green, if I remember correctly, they had that John Cena and The Miz. It's whatever, like he hit John Cena with a chair. Yeah, it was like Seth Rollins and John Cena. There you go. So do something similar with different two wrestlers and have Macaulay Culkin be involved as the famous guy. I think that would be perfect. Especially, if you're thinking WWE and if you're gonna go do physical comedy. I mean, who better? You know what I mean? Uh, Kevin Owens, the fact that he interfered in Roman Reigns' match, that was some nice continuity again. Rare moments of just things making sense. Kinda. Okay. And if I dig deep, I'm sure there's a couple more positives that I can come up with, right? Like Rhea Ripley's attire. I'm sorry. I'm a simple man, okay? I had to say it. Um, and again, there are some more positives here, but the negatives just outweigh all of the positives in a huge way. So we got the 2025 curtain call, version 2 right here, because we saw this video that was uploaded on YouTube, this time shown to a live audience and every single person who was watching live from their screens on Netflix. This video was shown about kind of introducing the WWE. And while I watched this video on YouTube before the Netflix show, it was actually pretty cool. Like I got goosebumps and like it was really nice. But for some reason, when I watched this video in the live show itself, it just felt cringe and just felt really, really bad. I don't know. I can't really explain why exactly that's the case, but I really disliked it. I mean, the whole curtain dropping down, Triple H getting revealed with the, I guess it's the new Fortnite skin, as you can see. Like that, the pyro, that was awesome. The intro was really hype. I'll give it that. And I was like, okay, let's go, man. Let's go. I'm ready for a good show, which is something we kind of got. This was really mid. This show was really mid. But yeah, the reason I'm calling this an actual curtain call is because the original moment was basically, for many people, the night that kayfabe kind of died, right? And then we have a curtain here, and the video being shown on it talks about heels, baby faces, that this being a story. Like, that was never... I can't really think of a time where this was in our faces, acknowledged like 100%, no BS. This is what wrestling is. It's fake. It's scripted. We're not running away from it. And I think that's one of the most stupidest things that you can ever do. So if you're telling me yourself, you're going out of your way yourself to tell me that this is fake, that there are heels and baby faces, that this is a storyline, that this is scripted. Why the fuck am I supposed to watch you? If you don't believe in the illusion that you're trying to create yourself, why in the blue hell would I believe in it myself? You're not just shooting yourself on the foot. You're throwing an RPG, a nuclear bomb, a dirty bomb on your foot, destroying your entire body and your vicinity in the process. I mean, this is the worst sin of this show. Everything else that I'm going to talk about after this doesn't really matter. In the press conferences, out there with the wrestlers, nobody's giving a shit about kayfabe anymore. I'm not the Undertaker, and I don't think anybody is supposed to be the Undertaker to be able to make this criticism. Like, kayfabe is everything. It's what makes this special. Bro, they tried to have kayfabe in boxing, in MMA, because that's what creates like crazy drama that realistically you probably wouldn't get. And that's what makes you a shit ton of money. That's what makes it entertaining for us to watch as well. Imagine it's the Avengers. I'm about to spoil Endgame. I assume you watched it at this point. But Tony Stark dies, right? The Iron Man sacrifices himself and he dies for the greater good, saves the entirety of humanity. What if, after dying, 10 seconds later, he gets up, the movie's still going on, like, yeah, this is a movie, dude. Everything is fake anyways, Like, yeah, I'm still alive. It's really funny. This is an art form. The movies are an art form, man. Like, that type of bullshit happening right in front of our screen. I'm totally getting age restricted. Okay, I'm going to try to swear less, but this genuinely frustrates me. Imagine that. Like, Tony Stark died, you're crying, oh my God, and then he gets up and acts like this is fake. Bro, it ruins the entirety of everything. I don't get the strategy with doing this. A lot of people are saying that this was basically corporate. This show was made, this specific Netflix show, maybe even the move, is made so they can shill to corporate, basically. And that's the scary part right here. Because that is not a good projection for the future. That means that we're just gonna see more of this shit. And Triple H really doesn't care about the passion, right? This is too industrialized now. We got the money, way more than we need. We're safe. We're just gonna do the safest stuff possible. I mean, you got Royal Rumble coming up at Saudi Arabia next year. This really feels like that, Like when the WWE goes to Saudi Arabia, they literally take no risks, or like just do the stupidest shit that makes no sense. But at least Saudi Arabia was once a year. Now with Netflix, this can potentially happen every single week. You see why I'm scared now? You see why I'm more disappointed than angry? This could lead me to stop watching WWE. And besides that, I rarely watch some Japanese wrestling, some indie wrestling. I might stop watching professional wrestling altogether. If this is the type of show that we're going to get in the future, call me crazy. I don't know what you think. Let me know down in the comments. Call me freaking crazy. Call me too negative. I am too negative sometimes, maybe most of the time even. But holy hell, I solemnly believe with every single fiber of my being that this is not it. This is not wrestling, and neither this is entertaining. Triple H said before the press conference, or in the press conference before the show, that we're no longer going to insult your intelligence. Let's go a couple of screenshots ahead. Okay, I was trying to find The Rock. Coincidentally, the biggest part of this entire show. And they did not even put him in the pictures of this week, which is telling. So, okay, since we can't see the picture of The Rock, let me just start my explanation without it. Again, the production is pretty nice. We're not going to insult their intelligence anymore. Now, what was the BS that you pulled with The Rock? The man literally tried to assassinate Cody Rhodes live on air. The man, after that, had a crazy rivalry with Cody Rhodes up until WrestleMania. And then after WrestleMania, he said, I'm going to come for you, man. Pause. But they basically set up Cody Rhodes and The Rock. And then they left any type of story over there. After that, Cody Rhodes had the most underwhelming nothing burger run of all time. And the whole of WWE is pretty freaking just stale overall. Nothing too crazy going on. Nothing really exciting going on besides CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. And every single time I criticize this, either I'm a WWE hater or I hate Cody Rhodes or some other BS like that. You know, that's what people tell me. And then they told me. And even I myself believe this because, you know, why else? What else would you believe in? When The Rock finally returns, it's going to be good. Yeah, I know that this 7 month, it's been absolutely horrible. So, quick question. Why the fuck should we be watching these 7 months then? Anyhow, when The Rock returns, at least we're going to get something cool. That was the idea. So now we can't watch for the 7 months because it's just going to be complete BS because we're waiting for The Rock to return. Well, The Rock returns and we get absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing out of The Rock's return. So much so that the WWE is ashamed of it. Look at this. This is Triple H, the intro, and then we don't even get to see The Rock. Maybe something crazy is going on politically backstage, but this is insane to me. Not one picture. Shout out to Yusuf Anasartik. It's a really good, he's a YouTuber, right? Very good catch, very good observation right here. One of my greatest friends. Anyhow, so yeah, lots to speculate with The Rock. He's gonna shoot the movie. He's not in WrestleMania, so Cody Rhodes and John Cena is a thing. Maybe Roman Reigns and The Rock could be a thing. Who knows? But this is basically The Rock saying, yeah, I got to shoot a movie, so screw every single person who has waited for this moment. Every single person who paid attention throughout the year, even to the smallest things, because they were hoping for a good resolution, good long-term storytelling. Nah, man, I just got to shoot a movie. So, yeah, Cody Rhodes, I suddenly love you. You know, I saw the return of Roman Reigns, right, where he basically did a 180 with his character for no reason. We still don't have any proper explanation for that. So The Rock saw that and was like, it was like the Drake meme. Oh yeah, give me that. Like he really liked that. So he did the exact same thing as Roman Reigns. He was a mega heel, the biggest heel in the company. Goes away for about a year, comes back, and suddenly he's a babyface. Any explanation? Hell nah. We're not gonna insult your intelligence though. I can't, I don't want to swear. I don't want to do anything. It's just, you know, it's coming out of me today. Pause. Like, this is ridiculous. Again, this by no means is a bad show, but the way Triple H hyped this up, this should have been more important than WrestleMania. It is more important than WrestleMania. You have 40 other WrestleManias that you can look up to. You have a precedent. How do you spell it? I don't care. This was the first ever and the last ever show at Netflix in the sense that you're never going to have another first Monday Night Raw on here. It's never going to happen. This was this should have been a historical night where instead we got a mid-Raw, like really mid, and that's it. SmackDown was better. SmackDown was actually a pretty good wrestling show. Like, it was good. This, I don't even know what happened. I'll be quite honest with you. And like, there's just so much BS that I'm foregoing that I'm not going to speak about because we couldn't even get to the first match yet. And I don't know how long it's been. It's been 15 minutes. Roman Reigns' nice shoes. That's another one of the positives. You know, they look good. But if you're Solo Sikoa here, the man who carried the company, basically, for the past year, just working every single week, every single PLE, every single freaking match, you got shat on. Roman Reigns just beat him in a normal match. The match itself was absolutely not special. I mean, that's what we're used to with Roman Reigns anyways. Nothing happens until the end where people start coming and we get the overbooking stuff. Okay. So yeah, he loses. I mean, the ref clothing is also nice. I gotta point that out. The Kevin Owens interference actually made a lot of sense. I like that. I actually have the freaking sweatpants that he's wearing, the same exact one. So I like him even more now. This was nice, but like, this is all that Cody Rhodes did. Later on in the show, John Cena is literally saying, Cody, I'm going to come for your title. I'm going to win the Royal Rumble. He says it in a cheeky way. And they don't even make a glance at Cody Rhodes. I mean, man, like, I don't really want to even talk about what happened in the show. Like, this was extremely dry. Nothing happened. Why aren't we seeing The Rock? That's like the biggest picture of the night. The Rock literally acknowledged Roman Reigns, put the Ula Fala on him. Why aren't we seeing The Rock? And didn't Solo say, like, you gotta be in this match, you gotta be impartial, I need you, you're not gonna disrespect the Ula Fala. So shouldn't Paul Heyman in reality put the Ula Fala on Roman Reigns? So this is just an entire night of The Rock stroking it. And I don't think Triple H appreciates that. Maybe this is the reason why he literally has no pictures. Shout out to Anastartek one more time. I wish he did videos in English so I could also, you know, link his channel and it would be meaningful. But hey, maybe one day. Who knows? With the economy of Turkey. Anyhow, the way the show was structured, it felt like Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, that event. And those suck. The whole idea of wrestling is that you can script everything. I told you this in the beginning of the video, so you can make everything better and more entertaining. You can guarantee, almost guarantee, a good time. And they're just foregoing that. Just showing legends after legends, doing meaningless random interruptions in place of, you know, ads. If you were watching from the USA stream, you just saw The Miz and The New Day just basically do nothing, just waste time, so that the ad break can be over. And then you zoom into a couple of more famous people. And then there was no backstage segments. Like, this felt... Okay, there were some backstage segments, but barely any. It felt like... this felt like another run of the Saturday Night Live main event show. And like, that broke me. That's like one of the worst shows I've ever watched in my entire fandom of being a professional wrestling. You get me? Like, it broke my brain. That was not what I wanted to see from wrestling. And that was also, again, Triple H kind of just hyping it up too much, not managing expectations well. Same here with this one. This is, again, should have been more important than WrestleMania, I'm telling you. And that's not it. We just got a normal Raw. And John Cena spoke. I mean, he's passionate and stuff like that. So it was always good. He always delivers. But he just came out there and spoke. Nothing special happened. And throughout the show, they were showing actual wrestlers. Oh, here's LA Knight. I mean, sure, he's got a pop and he's showing the LA right here. You know, we're in Los Angeles. Cool. Couldn't you write a freaking segment? Okay, this is another point I need to make. I have to make this. So again, this was a show that was supposed to be introductory for casual fans. If you're a casual fan, what did you learn from this show? Like, Michael Cole talks about Seth Rollins, he was in the Shield. well, maybe instead of talking about it, Michael Cole was just like yapping the whole night, telling us information that, especially if you're a new fan, you're not gonna understand any of it and you're not gonna care. It's just white noise for you. What would have been cool is if you showed him and you have an endless amount of footage, an endless freaking, it's late right now, I don't want to scream, just a backlog of content that you could have shown instead of telling us about it on commentary. That's how you actually make an effort. Like, this show was extremely lazy. This felt like LinkedIn wrestling entertainment to me instead of World Wrestling Entertainment. Like, it was just really had the same feeling of browsing LinkedIn. Everything is just like way too pristine. Like, oh, look, shareholders, look, Netflix, you made the right decision by buying us. Look at the numbers. Look at this. Look at this. It's just, yeah, it's not good. Again, it's not good. You show Shinsuke Nakamura, for example, right? Who's a heel, who's been killing people, has this gimmick of a psychopath. And it's like, when you're showing him on Netflix right now, and this show is like the nicest guy, he's just smiling, is being, like nice. Where the hell is kayfabe? You're WWE, you have $5 billion in the least, at the least. Couldn't you show Shinsuke backstage? Brandishing armor, freaking messing with a katana, right? Doing something cool, creepy, anything. Could you put any effort into anything at all, WWE? Like, show, don't tell is the basic rule of anything, any writing. It's like, if you're alive right now, you know how to breathe, how to inhale and exhale. It's as fundamental and as basic as that when it comes to writing. Show, don't tell. And they didn't even fucking bother. I'm getting pissed off, man. I'm getting pissed off. This match, another reason to be pissed off. I'm no big fan of Liv Morgan, but she carried this company, the women's division. The only thing that we could care about throughout the entire year, besides Bianca and Jade Cargill, and that was also very finicky, was Liv Morgan. She cooked alongside Dominic and Rhea Ripley. Very cool that Rhea Ripley is now the champion and they're gonna really push her, sure. But this is what Rhea Ripley gets. Liv Morgan gets, just crapped on. Jesus Christ. That's a crazy attire, man. But yeah, Liv Morgan just kind of got crapped on and she lost. And Rhea Ripley kind of got her revenge, but like, Rhea Ripley got cucked. She got cucked multiple times before she got this victory. Triple H just has horrible timing. Like, this should have happened months ago. It's too late now. It doesn't mean anything. When you were making this match, while this match was happening, no one gave a crap because everybody was sick to their stomach. The biggest Rhea Ripley fan, biggest Liv Morgan fan, the biggest WWE fan even, they were sick to their stomachs because they saw this, the variations of this, for years. Like, it feels like years, but billions of times. We saw this billions of times, man. It didn't matter. I think everybody's reaction collectively is, cool, Rhea Ripley won. Now we can finally move on. Nice. That's the reaction that you're getting with this. Yeah, I don't know if you should be booking. Just leave it to Paul Heyman, honestly. Yeah, Liv Morgan is absolutely cooked. This is like the thank you she gets. All right. And then, yeah, we had Undertaker come out there, do absolutely nothing. This was, by the way, it's the Undertaker, so I can't hate on it too much. But because of this, Becky Lynch couldn't make it to the show. They actually took Becky Lynch out of the show and replaced it with this. So think of that what you will. And at the very least, this is a moment. Undertaker actually came out and did something. And I think I wouldn't be surprised if Undertaker forced the WWE to do this. Like, at least let me get out there and pose with somebody. At least let me put someone over. At least let me do something for business. If it was left to Triple H and Netflix and everybody else, I think Undertaker would be just sitting backstage or up on the VIP box or something like that. And then we should pan the camera in his face. It was like, yeah, I'm the Undertaker. And that would be the idea of the WWE. I am almost 100% sure Undertaker forced the WWE's hands to at least do something like this, to put Rhea Ripley over. This is the bare minimum. But at least it was something. We should have seen this, but like 10x. And here's another question. You might have heard of The Undertaker once or twice, if you're a casual fan. But that's it. You've probably never even seen him. Like, if this is the first time you're watching wrestling, your reaction would be, who's this old man and why is he coming out? Like, it's horrible. I cook every single year AEW for Forbidden Door because they bring in superstars or wrestlers from New Japan and they act like everybody should be known, like know everything about them already instead of introducing them properly. This was worse. Those wrestlers from New Japan at least have segments. This is worse than that. Not this segment specifically. Again, at least they did something with The Undertaker. But this is not like, I don't know. I've been watching wrestling. I've been involved in wrestling. Did everything up and down about wrestling that I can potentially do. Maybe I'm jaded. Like, probably. Very biased, 100%. But if I was I guess, just like complete casual fan who really doesn't know about anything about wrestling, I just can't see myself being super impressed by the show. Like, what was there to grab onto? And when the show ended, there's nothing to look forward to next week. Like, it was just CM Punk winning and celebrating. And that's it. They just ended it like that. Is this the same company that did the Attitude Era? I'm getting pissed at AEW now because if they actually did a good job, WWE couldn't get away with this shit. Straight up, they couldn't get away with this. But now they can because they got barely no basically no competition. Sad to say, but that's the case right now. Right now, it could change. We'll see. But I'm not holding my breath, ladies and gentlemen. Jey Uso did this entrance, and this was like the most forgettable match of the night because at least the last one had a title change, right? Had something moving forward. This was basically an exhibition match, and Jey Uso was just throwing super kicks at the end. The most laziest super kicks that meant nothing. Looked really bad. The crowd didn't really react either. I didn't like this match. I'm sorry. It was just like, what are you doing? Drew McIntyre is amazing. Jey Uso is hit or miss for me a lot of the times. This was one of the times that he missed. This, again, I told you this is like the greatest moment of the entire night. Finally, old brother got what he deserved. Then we had the main event. Right, even in the promo package for, not the promo package, but like the pre-match, whatever showcase where CM Punk was doing his thing, we had the graphics and everything. It's so obvious that CM Punk feels like CM Punk and Seth Rollins is just like playing a character. It just comes across in every single thing he does. Like, even in that little pre-production, super overproduced thing, Seth Rollins was like, the way he blinked, the way he was looking at the camera, I was like, I think I'm supposed to be doing this, right? I'm supposed to be doing this way. While CM Punk felt like a complete natural. It just comes across in everything that they do. Same here. Like, you're just trying too hard. And it's not working. Though I like the aesthetic of the attire, I'll be honest. It looks like broken Matt Hardy here. Yeah, Seth Rollins just tries too hard, but that's until he gets in the ring. When the bell rings, Seth Rollins is no question one of the best in the entire world. So the match itself was really, good. But I don't know. Because of the entire night, just the ads, even like we're on Netflix, which is supposed to be freer. But we got more ads than ever, even though WWE has more money than ever now, billions of dollars. We're getting more ads than ever, sponsorships on the canvas. Seth Rollins did his entrance, right? And then we had like a 10-minute ad break. I wonder, people in the arena, how long did they have to listen to Seth Rollins' theme song? Like, that was insane. Right? All of that, everything that I just said up until this point, they build up, and then we have this match. So obviously, I'll be real with you. If my enjoyment normally for this match would be a 9 out of 10, but all those feelings weighing me down, this was like a 6 out of 10 for me, 5 out of 10 for me. I'll be real with you. And the finish mirroring what happened in AEW with Jon Moxley was cool, but I think the way Seth Rollins played into it was not good. John Moxley did it a bit better. I feel like it looked more natural. Actually, looked like it happened by chance, whereas Seth Rollins looked, as per Mr. Kenneth Baumington, it looked really cartoony because it was like spinning around and doing that weird stuff. Yeah. Drew McIntyre and CM Punk Hell in a Cell absolutely cooked. Their, what do you call it? The rope match, that cooked as well. This one, they need to run it back. Will they run it back? I don't know, because CM Punk challenged Gunter and Cody Rhodes. The crazy thing is, people were saying Goldberg was going to come and do something in this match, but the World Heavyweight Champion, the main champion of Monday Night Raw. Oh my God, my neighbors are going to fucking choke me out. He was not even on the show. The Gunter, he was on a promo package or whatever. They did not show backs. He could be just having tea with the title. You show him for 3 seconds. Oh, by the way, this is Gunter right here, our World Heavyweight Champion. Kind of a big freaking deal. They didn't even do, what's going on? Where is the entertainment in WWE? I'm seriously asking this. I've been asking this more and more in the last couple of years, and it's getting scary. Bro, if this continues like this, I just cannot watch wrestling anymore. I'll be done. At least with the WWE. So yeah, I guess Goldberg is not coming back. And CM Punk is going for Goldberg. I mean, not Goldberg, but Gunther. The other G. The original G. I seldom feel empty after watching such a big show like this, what's supposed to be a big show. I mean, I'm sure we'll return to the status quo next week and things will be a little better. But I'm concerned about the future, man. You look at Tony Khan and what happened with him, he got worse. And this is way worse now with the booking over the years, instead of getting better with experience. Is that the same thing that's going to happen to Triple H? And even if he gets better, if he just basically ignores kayfabe, doesn't act like it exists, and just exposes everything. Once the magic trick is exposed, you might say, oh, that's cool, so that's how you do it. And that might hold your interest for a couple of times, maybe even. But after that, you're not going to give a crap. But if you fall for the magic trick every single time, you're just going to keep watching every single time, because back in your head, even if you have the smallest bit of doubt that, is this real? That's going to keep you going. And the fact that they're willingly giving up on this advantage, while fucking YouTubers understand and do this better. That's why Logan Paul is cooking so hard in the WWE. YouTubers by themselves are doing better rivalries right now than the WWE. I'm speechless. Let me know again in the comments if I've gone crazy. Or am I the only one talking sense? I need to know. I need to know if I'm alone in this. I need to know if you guys think the way I do as well. Because maybe I've just gone off the deep end from watching too much wrestling. But man, yeah. Holy shit, this is... It's not bad, again. It's worse than bad. It's disappointing. Yeah, like I said, let me know down in the comments. 2K25. That was also a nice detail. More content about that coming in the future. And more about wrestling as well. This one's been a long one, I know. So thank you if you watched up until this point. Comment ice cream, strawberry ice cream in the comments so I'll know that you watched up until this point. Special thank you to you. But yeah, I just had to get these off my chest. My content in the future will be more bite-sized, around 8 to 10 minutes. Hopefully. That being said, I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully, man.